What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the video. Today we're just going to be going through a variety of common questions asked about college and what to expect when coming or attending college for your first time. And if you're interested in that type of content and the college content that I have been putting out for you guys, make sure you consider subscribing, dropping a like, and even drop a comment on a specific video you want to see me do. Or on this video, drop a comment on a question that you may have about college. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first question we're going to get into is, does campus housing affect the value of my college experience? Now, obviously, this question depends on what you think value means in your opinion. But for me, I think campus housing really helps your college experience, especially in your first maybe freshman, sophomore year, because everybody in your housing, especially for me, I'm a freshman, so everybody on my floor is also freshmen, and we're all trying to learn like the role of college together, and that's really helpful because everyone's trying to do it all at once. So I think campus housing is helpful because it allows you to basically learn your role with other people doing the same exact thing as you, and it basically allows you to like adapt into the college feel. Like instead of getting like an apartment first year and trying like really being on your own, this kind of lets you like transition from high school, from being at home every day to like a more dorm feel where you have people surrounding you that are in like the same position as you. And then later on, maybe your junior, senior, or even like next year, I know I am, maybe get into like an apartment and start like transitioning more to like an adult lifestyle, getting away from like the first year college student. So in that question, I don't think it affects your college experience at all. I think that's kind of what college is like. When I think of college, I think of like dorms, really. So I think that's like what college is like, but it all depends on how you take that question. Okay, so the next question is, how do I find scholarships? Now, I know here at Penn State's like one of like the bigger campuses. They don't really just hand out scholarships to you unless you're like really super smart or you have abilities to do things, but they don't just hand out colleges or scholarships to you. And that's probably the same exact thing at other bigger universities, but I'm not really sure of that. But I know there is like a website called FastWeb. I believe it's called FastWeb. And on there's a bunch of different scholarships. You are more than welcome to just sign up, make an account, and just go through. And there's all sorts of websites probably like this where you could just go through and just fill out scholarships and try to apply for them and try to get them. And that's like a good way if you have maybe an hour or two to kill here or there, like this week, that week. Go and fill some out because you never know. You might be able to win $500 here, $1,000 there, and anything helps. So make sure you take advantage of websites like this. Okay, so the next question is, how can I best keep up with my classwork? So transitioning from high school to college is hard. It's different. High school, the work was there. There was a lot of work, but you might think like, oh, because like in high school, your teachers scare you. They're like, you're not going to be able to do that in college. You're not going to be able to hold that off in college. So they scare you thinking like, oh, there's going to be so much work. And it is. There is a lot of work in college, but so far it hasn't been like, oh my God, I can't handle this work. You got to just basically lay out your plan for the week, lay out what you need to get done, and know what it is that you have on your plate for that week for your classes, for each class, everything like that. So at Penn State, we have a website. It's called Canvas. It's also an app. And that's basically where all your classes are laid out, all your homework assignments, everything like that, all your announcements are in there. And usually most classes, there's like a calendar, and it will show you what you have to do for that week, what you have due each day. My classes right now, not a single class uses that calendar. So in this case, it's harder because you actually have to like know, you have to go into each class and look at the assignments there and get posted on that. But you kind of just have to balance it. Don't go out with your friends one night if you know you have a paper due the next day. Make sure you get your classwork done. It's more important. You're going to regret it down the road if like you're failing that class at the end of the semester and it's because of that paper you didn't do. So just get your classwork done first because that's the most important. That's why you're here. So do that. How do I save money on textbooks? So here at Penn State, we have two bookstores. We have one on campus and there's also another one downtown. And then there's also like the online version of it that you can order it there. And most of the bookstores here, I don't know what happens at other universities. They price match like Amazon and like find the cheapest one. But then there's sometimes, I know here at Penn State, we have a group on Facebook called like Penn State Class of 2023, and people are in that group and they're selling books that So say for me, I need like a stat 200 book, and at the bookstore it's like $100. Someone in that group chat might be selling it for like $50, so you can go take advantage of that, get a discount there. You can look on Amazon, maybe there's one that's been used and not or not new, and it's cheaper used, or you can even go and rent one. I know last semester I had Econ 102, and the book to buy was like $150. I rented it for like $20, and then you just send it back, and I didn't use that textbook once. So that's also another thing. Right now I'm waiting still. I'm like 3 weeks into the semester, and my professor told us like to get this book, and a couple of my friends got it, but I'm still waiting to get it because last semester I got like 2 textbooks. I didn't even use them. I spent like $100. I didn't even use them, so it was just a waste. So I'm just waiting to see if I'm actually gonna need this, and if I'm gonna if I start struggling in the class, then yeah, I'll go pick the book up. But if I don't need it at all, then I'm not gonna go waste my money on it. So make sure you do look at those tactics. Look at the cheaper buys. Try to join groups. Try to get books from other places that aren't going to be the most expensive, and just try to save your money overall. Okay, so the next question is going to be, do all universities offer study abroad programs? Now, here at Penn State, yes, there's study abroad in multiple degrees, multiple fields here at Penn State. Again, I don't know what other colleges or universities do. Probably most bigger scale universities have study abroad, like universities like Ohio State or Michigan, different ones like that most likely have study abroad programs in the field that you want to go into. And I'm not really interested in studying abroad, but I still think it would be a great opportunity to do so. You get to do hands-on skills and learn new information from a foreign nation, which is awesome, I think. And you get to also add that to like a resume, or that's another ability, another just like skill and what's the word? Not like interest, but like another skill and another like experience that you have had in your life, which would be awesome to go and like learn what you want to learn about in another country that you want to go to. So that would be awesome to do so. So I would definitely take advantage of that if that's something that you are looking if that's something that like is around your alley. I would definitely take advantage of that. When do you declare your major? Now, here at Penn State and most schools, I believe you would declare your major at the end of your second year or the end of your sophomore year. So you have the 4 semesters, and then by the end of the 4th semester, you would need to declare your major. Now, leading up to that major, there's a Smeal College of Business here, the business school, and obviously like engineering school, you have to meet specific entrance to major classes. You have to get the amount of credits. So I don't know exactly how many credits I need because I'm going into something business. I don't know how many credits, but I know I need to take like entrance classes like econ, which I already took. I'm taking management now. I'm taking stat now. And then next semester, next year, I'm going to have to take finance. I'm going to have to take accounting. So there's specific classes for specific majors that you need to meet and need to pass that class, get the credits for that class before you can actually enter your major. And you have to get those all done before the end of your second year. And then you also have to meet the number of credits. So you can't just take those classes because you might fall short of those credits. You also have to throw in some other electives, some other general educations into that, into your schedule, so you can meet the credentials that you need to meet for your entrance to major and for your major specifically. Okay, so this next one's not actually a question, but it's just something I want to bring up in the video. And it's basically here at Penn State and bigger universities, even any college really, there's just so much opportunity, especially here at Penn State. There's so much opportunity that you can do. There is so many organizations, clubs, just like programs that you can get into and join and get involved here at Penn State. There's Thon coming up. You got different clubs, like any club. Like even if there's a club that doesn't exist that you want to join. So say, for example, I'm into graphic design. Of course, there's a graphic design club here because that's a major here. But say there wasn't a graphic design club here and I want to start that. I could go start that, and I think you need to get like 10 people or something to sign up with you. And then boom, you started the club, you're the leader of the club. So that's awesome. So if you come to another probably university, I would think, and you want to start a club, you want to join the club, go do that. I know here at the beginning of each semester, there's a thing called the involvement fair. And that's all where the organizations, clubs, everyone, they go set up tables, they meet, and you can just walk around, you can sign up for a club, and then boom, you're in the club. And that's just really neat to get yourself involved if you don't know like where to start at college, if you're like overwhelmed first coming here as a freshman. Make sure you go check that out and get involved. get involved early, because that's it'd be a big help. And then another thing, coming back to that, being like a freshman, again, it's probably going to be so overwhelming for you to start coming here, start like transitioning from like a high school to a college, because high school, you go to school 5 days a week, do the same thing every day, and then you go home and you like get to see your family every day and stuff like that. High school or college, it's different. Each day is different depending on how you schedule your classes, but then you aren't going home every day, so it's like hard transitioning from your family. So again, it'd be helpful to go get involved in things like those clubs and organizations where you can meet people and you don't get like homesick. You have new friends that you can meet, so it'd just be better overall. And then it's also more things like you can add to your resume as like experience or skills. If you get involved in these different clubs, you can add that to your resume, which will help in the future for like a job interview or trying to get a job overall. So things like that will definitely help if you tackle them earlier better than later. What do colleges look for when you're applying? Now, they look for multiple things. Obviously, SAT scores, try to do good on them, study for them, get a decent score, Involvement in high school, activities, that's a big part. They want to see that you're involved, that you're putting yourself out there, that you're getting involved in these activities, being able to work in groups, being able to work with people. That's what they want to see, these colleges. And then also, obviously, grades. They don't want to see you slacking off in high school and then you're just going to get accepted. No, you got to put in the work, especially if you're younger watching this, 9th, 10th, 11th grade especially. Senior year, yes, of course it matters, but like towards the end, it doesn't really matter because you've already applied. So like your grades, yes, still try, don't just slack off, but like your grades aren't as important as those earlier 9th, 10th, 11th grades in high school. Make sure that's where you really hit hard. They don't even look at junior high. It's those 3 years in high school that are critical. Make sure you hit hard. Make sure you don't slack off, because that's where most of your work that they're looking at is coming from. So stay focused and do that. So this is another question that I'm just gonna wrap up with. I just thought of this off the top of my mind. It's basically just like, how is the dorm life situation? Like, how does it work? And like, what's good about it? What's not good about it? So basically, the dorm life situation, I like it. It's new. Beginning, it was hard to get used to, like having a roommate. I never really had a roommate. Having a roommate, my roommate's awesome. So it's hard to get like transition into that though. It's hard to transition, obviously, leaving your family, leaving your home, like where you like go home from school every day. It's hard to do that. But after a couple weeks, you get used to it. You start like finding things, you start having fun, and you start doing that. And basically what we do is we have like meal points for food, that we have like a commons. It's called the commons, where there's all different food. There's like pizza, pasta, salad, anything really there. You can go swipe, get your food, and you have like meal points, and there's also things all around campus you can go get and do. And then obviously we have essential ramen noodles here. We have like cookies, Pop-Tarts. We have all different things in our dorm too if we don't want to like go walk out. But we usually will go like to the commons and get food because the food's good. So like we go there and we eat there. But that's really like how the dorm situation is. You'll get used to it. Obviously, first you're gonna like not want to come. You're not gonna want to stay here in a dorm, but like you'll get used to it. And if you make your dorm room look nice, then you get really like used to it and cozy in it. And I think it'll just like make you feel at home. And yeah, so all right, guys. Well, those were just a couple questions that sort of came to my mind, and sort of like most common questions I think of like when you're trying to like think about what college is like in general, and just like questions off the top of my mind. So I'm gonna wrap the video up there. If you do have any other questions and you're interested, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And leave a comment too if you want to see other videos like this, other informational videos about college. And with that being said, just make sure you consider subscribing if you want to see these more college content videos. Make sure you go check out my other videos. I have a dorm tour if you'd like to see that. And I have different essentials videos about what to bring to college, what to pack for your dorm room. So make sure you go check those out. Like the video, drop a comment. And with that being said, that's all I really got for you guys today. So make sure you have a wonderful day and peace. Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm back again, just reminding you to hit the subscribe button that's above me and go check out some of my other videos that will be linked over here. And if you look all the way up on the top of the screen, you'll see some of my social medias that I'm going to link down in the description for you. And all the way in the top left, you'll see my Fiverr that you can go check out some of my gigs that I have on there. It's actually Steven Vetria, as you can see up there. So again, thank you so much for watching. Peace.